Let's talk extinct creatures, because let's be honest, oftentimes they're way cooler than what's around today. Let's first look at mammoths, but not any mammoths. Let's talk about the dwarf mammoths. Now, the most famous of these is the Wrangel Island mammoth. Wrangel Island separated from the mainland about 12,000 years ago. These are actually the last surviving mammoths up until about 4,000 years ago. These mammoths were much smaller and developed insular dwarfism from their mainland counterparts. A study shown from a mammoth tooth from 4,300 years ago showed that they experienced a mutational meltdown from too much inbreeding. Now, a lesser-known story. You guys see these Channel Islands here outside of California? Yeah, we used to have mammoths on them. Except, they also shrunk. We had what was called the Channel Island pygmy mammoths. The Channel Islands were once one large island about 7 kilometers from shore. 7 kilometers is not very far for an elephant species to swim. They are actually very adept swimmers. A swim is probably how they got there, with the fossil of the oldest mammoth being 80,000 years ago, with migration theories about 150 to 250,000 years ago. Now let's talk Europe. Home of one of the largest elephant species to ever exist, the straight-tusked elephant, or Paleoloxodon antiquus. Now you might be saying, are we talking about mini elephants in this? And I would say, you're right. Now let's see what happens when you put this on an island. You get Mammuthus criticus, or the Cretian dwarf mammoth, an extinct species of dwarf mammoth that was only found on the island of Crete in the Mediterranean. This is a very insane case of insular dwarfism, and is the smallest known dwarf mammoth and one of the smallest known dwarf elephantids in general.